Okay, so all of you, do you understand, the programming concepts till here what we did? So what we did, like any programming logic, programming logic. So what did we learn in the programming logic? Data types. So data types. Next one. Variables. If conditions. Then we had a switch case. Then we had loops, right? Loops also we had while, do while, for, and for each. Then we discussed arrays. Yeah. So till here it is all programming logic. Now here, you need to analyze the logic, right? So here, any program we have to write, we have to analyze the logic, right? Logic analyze. For example, how to sort an array. And then now here you have to analyze the logic. ఆలోచించాలి కదా, how to sort the array అను. లేకుంటే for example, in a given string, for example, count how many times each character is repeated. Count how many times each character is repeated. లేదా అడిగామనుకోండి examples, you have to analyze the logic, right? For this. So these kind of examples will make you understand how to build the logic. So tomorrow, if you want to write a program, so the way of thinking, right, how you can think or how you can analyze the program, how better you can do coding. So these logics will help. So practice more and more examples only on this kind of, this is also we call, logic building, right? What you call? Logic building, like how to build the logic, right? How to think or how to analyze it, right? So practice more examples on these things. Okay. The next concepts are there in Java. So whatever, the next concepts in Java. Okay. So there is no analyzing. So the next concepts in Java. So we should understand only the concepts. Okay. We should understand only the concepts. So there is no logic for this. I mean to say there is no logic building. There is nothing like, logic building. You should understand only the concepts and what is the purpose like that you should understand. Here there is no, there is no logic to build, right? So we only have to understand the concepts and what is the purpose. So here there is no such, there is no logic building in this concept. So what is that? The next concepts, whatever we are going to discuss. So you need to understand only the concepts. So, the next concepts, what we have to learn is all only about like classes, object, methods, variables. Then we talk about inheritance. Okay, packages. Okay, like access, modifiers, interfaces. So like that, if you take about all these things, these are all only concepts and you should understand what is the purpose and how to use them. So that part you need to understand, that's all. Only this will help you to improve the logic. Okay, right? Yeah. Right. So the next, I think till here, any questions now before continuing with this next concepts? So you have any questions till here? Like, the last class examples, like, what you call arrays, or these kind of things. Any questions are there? All of you, even online participants. Hello.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. No doubts.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Fine. So next, yeah, did I give any assignments on Friday? Chana, any assignments?
Yes,
What
sir.
assignments I gave? Yeah, Chapan, what are the assignments I gave?
Count of duplicate values in array.
Okay, count how many duplicate values in array. Okay, next one.
And display sum of all these numbers.
Okay, okay. Yeah.
Display each number is array in odd or even. Display sum of odd numbers, display sum of even numbers.
Okay. So did you do all that examples?
Yes, sir.
Okay, if I take this program. Yeah, so if I take an array, yeah, how do you get the sum of all these numbers? Yeah, who have done the program? Can you tell me the logic? Yeah, I want to add the sum 5 plus 8 plus 9 plus all the sum. How do you do that?
Sum is equals to 0.
In sum equals to 0.
Initially, sum is initially
Sum is equals to 0.
sum should be 0, right?
0.
Zero, right?
For loop.
For I equals to 0.
For
Int I equals to 0.
Loop statement ಎಲ್ಲ ರಸ್ತಾರಮ್ಮ for I want to take each value from the array. How do you write a loop?
I is equal to 0.
For int I equal to 0,
I less
I
than
equal-
array dot length.
I less than AR dot length,
I plus.
I plus plus.
I plus plus, right?
Hmm.
Yeah. So how do you take one value? Maybe we can say
Sum
sum equal to
Sum plus array
sum
of
plus
5.
AR of 5, right? That's all. So we have the loop. It will take each value and we are adding into the sum, right? Simple any lines రాసాం ఒక లాజిక్ అంతే ఒకే ఒక సింగిల్ లైన్ లూప్ తెలుసు you know how to take each value from the array array la how to take each value, you know the logic, right?
Yes.
How to read the values in an array, we did this type of examples, right? How to read values in an array. Yeah, starting from 0 to length of array I plus plus. How to refer the values, array of index, right? Yeah, so here we have taken what you call array of 5. Initially sum is 0. Sum equal to sum plus array of 5. So what is that? It will get here 0 plus
5.
0 plus 5. So it will be 5. Next time 5 plus
8.
అట్లా కాదు ఫస్ట్ ఆఫ్ ఆల్ మీకు అరే కాన్సెప్ట్ అర్థమైందా లేదా?
Yes, sir.
రికార్డెడ్ వీడియో వినొచ్చు ఉండొచ్చు కదా సాటర్డే సండే. Okay, so we are taking the sum of all the values in the array, right? So we are taking each value and then we are adding into the sum, right? So what is this will display? Yeah, finally after the loop is over, you display what is the sum, right? Yeah. So what is the total sum of all the values? 47, eh? 23 plus 2, 25, 34. Yeah, how much more? 42, 5, 47. So total sum of all the values is 47. What is another example I have asked? In a given array, you display which is even and which is odd, right?
Yes.
అది కూడా అడిగాను కదా, one more question. If this is the array, in this what is even number and what is odd number, right? So same logic, what do you write for int I equal to 0, I less than arr dot length I
Plus.
plus plus. How do you check if,
To
how do you know
module
whether
by
it's even or odd? If
I person array of.
arr of I, right?
Hmm.
Percentage 2.
Two.
If it is
Two
equal to
by
0,
equals
it
to
is, then what
0.
is that? Yeah, array of
Even.
I is even number, else array of I, that value is odd number, no? Is odd number, right? Like, no, array of I is even number, otherwise array of I is odd number.
Odd number.
So if you run this program, inside the loop it will display, right? 5 is odd number, 8 is even, 9 is odd, 2 is even, 3 is odd, 20 is even. Take that. So this will display what is even number and what is odd number. Ide program, ide logic. What is another question I've asked for? You need sum of all even numbers and sum of all odd numbers. So let us take the same array. Okay. Now what is that? Now same logic. What is that for? Int I equal to 0, I less than array length I plus plus. So initially we need two variables, right? One for sum of even and sum of odd, right? Int yes even, yes odd. And yes even is okay, sum of what we call even and sum of odd. Initially what is that? 0. Even sum of even is also 0. Initially sum of even is 0, sum of odd is 0. So same logic. What is that? If array of I percentage 2 equal to 0 means it's even, right? Right?
Yes,
Yes
sir.
even equal to
Yes,
yes
even.
even plus array
Array
of
of I.
else yes odd equal to yes odd plus array of I. That's all, right? Now after the loop is over, so system dot out dot println what is, yeah, so you can write what you call sum of even numbers, sum of even numbers plus, it's a variable, right? And the sum of odd numbers is, yeah, sum of odd numbers. So what do you write? Yes odd. So what is the output? It is sum of even numbers is 30, sum of odd numbers is 17, right? So inside a loop we calculate, after the loop is over, one time we are printing. So I don't know, some of them in one of you in a group are posting a question, right? So the problem is, I don't know, someone, they're writing here, inside the loop you are writing. ఇక్కడ రాస్తున్నారు కదా, సమ్ అనేది ఇక్కడ ప్రింట్ చేస్తున్నారు, you are printing here. If you print inside a loop, what will happen? Loop లోపల ప్రింట్ చేస్తే ఏమవుతుంది మా?
sum రాస్తా.
సరే, కాకపోతే every time you run, you are printing, right? The loop, how many times this loop will run? This loop will run for how many times? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 times, right? So you are adding and printing what is sum of even numbers. Again you are printing, again you are printing. Now you will get a different output, right? Sum of odd numbers 5, sum of even numbers 8, again sum of odd numbers 14, sum of odd numbers 10. Every time you are printing, so that is confusion, right? ప్రతి నెంబరు యాడ్ చేసి ప్రింట్ చేయాలన్నా. ఇప్పుడు ఫస్ట్ టైం వాట్ ఇట్ విల్ టేక్ మా? ఫస్ట్ టైం వాట్ ఈస్ ద నెంబర్ ఇట్ ఈస్ టేకింగ్? 5. So is 5% to 0?
No.
No, right? So now what it will come to the else part. And the sum of odd is, yes, odd is how much initially? 0. So 0 plus 5 is 5, right? And we are printing. So we are printing sum of odd numbers is 5. The next time what happens in a loop? 8. 8 is even number, right? So first time even number was how much? 0. So 0 plus 8 is 8 only. We are printing 8. Next time what is taken? 9. Okay, already SR is how much was there? 5. So 5 plus 9.
14.
14.
Yeah. So like that, it is displaying how much? 5 plus 9 and 14, right? So earlier 5 plus 9, 14. Again you are printing. Adi kaadu kada, that's not what we wanted. So first add all the numbers, add all the even, add all the odd. One time you print the output. Not every number, no need to print. Andukani you are confused. Sir, ikkada kaadu. That's what I told. Remove the statement here and print after the loop is over. One time you have to print. Not every time, no need to print in the loop, right? So one time print yesterday, then we will get what is the output. So like in this example also, what did we do? Here also we are adding all the sum of numbers and one time we are printing, right? One time we have to print after the loop is over. Like when assignments for sum of all the numbers, what we call, whether the number is even or odd, what is even, what is odd. So example, sum of all even numbers and sum of all odd numbers. Okay.
One more example is there, sir. Read
Which one?
only,
So, what is that?
read only
Duplicate
digits.
values counts.
Huh?
One more example is there, sir. Read only digit in each above string.
Read only
Ah.
digits in each string, right?
Each string. Yes, sir.
Yeah, take that example also. Yeah, so what is that? String array, right? String array equal to, yeah, take some string of values, right? Yeah, like that. Okay, it can be any string of values, right? That's all right. Normal right? Okay, tell me the for each loop statement. Normal if for loop, for each loop, tell me. For just for each loop, syntax how to read each value in the array. For
I semicolon colon.
Normal for loop kadma, for each loop statement syntax ma, for each loop we did right. How to write for each loop?
String colon.
Yeah, for variable colon array, right?
Yes, sir.
For each loop syntax, right? For variable, for variable colon array, for string y colon array, for int I colon array, like that, right? If for each loop, what is that? Yeah, tell me for each loop statement as it is a string of values. Tell me for
String I colon.
yes colon
AR.
ARR. And yes will take each value from the array, right? What is yes value first time? Yeah, this first value, right? Next time, the second value.
Second.
Next time, the third value. Next time, the fourth value, right? Yes, ma. Yes, lo emuntadi every time. What does yes has every time? Yes has this entire string, right? The first time yes is this one. Next time yes is this one. Yeah, next time yes is this one. The third one. Next time yes is the fourth one, right? Yes or no? Now each time in each string lo what are the digits? Each string lo what are the digits? That you already know, right? That logic, how to take only digits in a string. What is the logic we did?
Character dot 2 digits.
No, string digits, right? This is the one, right? You take only digits in a string means what did you do? So yes is having a string. In a string, how do you take only digits? S has S has this entire value, right? మరి ఎలా రాస్తారు మా ఫార్ int I equal to 0, I less than S dot length I S plus. లోపల చెక్ చేయండి if S dot caret of I అది ఈజ్ డిజిటా కాదా చెక్ చేయాలంటే వాట్ యూ డూ దట్ if
Character dot
Character
is digit.
dot
Is digit.
is digit, right?
Mm.
Is digit which one? S dot
Caret.
caret. If it is a digit, what do you do? If it is a digit, you display that, right?
Yes dot caret of I.
Character.
You display that. That's all, right? So what it will do? You print only digits in the given. So print, I will print in the same line. So after this, what is S has? S lo ఈ entire string ఉందా? అది normal for loop కదా, for I equal to 0 to less than the length of the string. Okay, we are taking one character in the string. Character dot is digit అనే మెథడ్ లేదా? ఇదే కదా మా ఎగ్జాంపుల్ ఈజ్ ఆల్ఫాబెటిక్ ఈజ్ డిజిట్ లేదా మెథడ్. సో ఈజ్ డిజిట్ మీన్స్ వాట్ యూ డూ? So each digit means you display that. After this for loop, it will display all the digits in the given string, right? So now to come to the next line, what did I write? One empty system dot out dot println. Next line like again next line you print all digits in that string. Allah same mala S will take second string. The second string again starting from 0 to length of S. So read only digits. So now these are the only digits in first string. Where 98324. Next in the 234 9824 something. I don't know what is the digits in this string, right? 748 again 8734 something. We are getting only digits in each string, right? You already know this logic, right? You are taking each character in a string. You check it is a digit or okay. So you can write such a logic like this, or we learned one function, right? Replace all with regular expression. We learned regular expression నేర్చుకున్నాం కదమ్మా. If you replace alphabets with empty, remaining is digits only, right? How do you do that? Instead of writing this for loop and all that, instead of writing this for loop, what you can do? System dot out dot println S dot replace all. What is that? Anything which is starting from A to Z or capital letter A to Z. Anything starting with a small letter A to Z or capital letter A to Z. You replace with empty. The remaining is only digits, right? But alphabets replace all. This is a regular expression, right? Starting from small letter A to Z or capital letter A to Z, you are replacing with empty. Remaining is only digits, right? So now if you run now also you get the same thing. With one single statement also we are able to do, right? Instead of writing for taking one character, checking the character is a digit or not, instead of that, like this also can be done, right? Sir, any replace and alphabets with empty, remaining are digits, you display them. Yeah. Okay, so like this, these are the questions.
Hello sir. Can you once explain duplicate value count in array?
I'm coming to that. Again, I have opened this program and kept. So how we did for string duplicates, right? Okay, this is okay, ma. These examples, what are all asked, right? When sum of all numbers, even odds, like that. You remember this, right? This logic. P is duplicated how many times? R is duplicated for how many times? Same logic. What did I ask you?
Duplicates.
Okay, let me. Now in this, 3 is duplicate for how many times? Same. But here, in this logic, tell me what did we do the logic? Okay, we will take, what is that? You know, 3 is duplicate for how many times? Like 4 is duplicate for how many times? You need one variable for counting purpose, right? Same way, can I take one variable for counting purpose? Into what I can take? Count. For loop rasamo for I equal to 0 to length of the string. But here also what I have to do? Same, starting vertical for int I equal to 0, I less than
Array dot length.
array dot length, right? That string with array kadamma, array dot length. I gave this for reference purpose. And taken same program, same program I copy paste run. I'm giving it for reference. How we did here, compare it, and same logic we are doing for array also. I plus if condition tarvata chuddam. This if condition, why I did write this if condition? I think this program multiple times I explained. What is the reason we write if condition here?
So that repeated value is not considered.
If that character was counted already, again you don't want to count it, right? Sir, okay, if condition pakkan vedam. Normal beginning lo what we have to do? If condition, I will do it again. Yeah. Now normally tell me initially what is count? 1. So that inside the loop, I have to make count equal to 1, right? Then count equal to 1. So if I take 3, I have to compare from next position, right? Same. Here, where is the j started from? J started from I plus 1, right? But here also same way I have to start j from I plus 1. So for int, what is that? J equal to I plus 1 to same j less than
array dot length.
ARR dot length. J plus plus. Start the loop check cheyandi. If ARR of I, if it is equal to ARR of j, matches again. What you are saying? Count plus plus. So after this for loop is over, same logic. J equal to I plus 1 length of the string varaku. You could j equal to I plus 1 length of the array varaku. J plus plus. If array of I is 3, matches every time with array of j. Count plus plus. After the loop is over, you display how many times it is duplicated, right? Yeah, what is that you write here? ARR of I is repeated for how many times? Plus count times, right? That's all. Run the program, see what happens. 3 is duplicated for how many times? Yeah. 4 is there for 3 times. 8 is for 2 times. But again it is taking 3, right? It should not take like that. Because 3 was already counted. Again 3 should not count, right? For that, what did we do here? We wrote one if condition and we did, right? But here also I need to write like that logic, right? Yes or no? Okay, right? Yeah, here it is a string, so I have taken one empty string. But here it is array. What I have to do now? I have to take one empty array, right? Yes or not? I have to take one empty array. So what do you do? Int. Maybe I will take, okay, this is okay. Okay, the X array anukuntanu. What is that? This is X array. Okay. Let me take one more array, what you call Y array, right? Y array. Now can I put initially like this empty? No. String అయితే అలా పెట్టచ్చు, అదే డబుల్ కోట్స్ లో రాస్తే స్ట్రింగ్ కదా అది. How you can put an array like that?
Curly brace.
Brace.
Yeah, but if I put curly braces, what are the values? So you can't put a value, array something like that, right? Zero gani, oka string gani, you cannot assign, because array is not one single value. Array is a collection of values, right? So now what I will do is, what is the size of array? I don't know. So what I can do is, whatever the size of X array, Y array also I will put the same size. తెలియదు కదమ్మా, X array size ఎంత ఉందో, Y array size also I will make the same thing. What I will do, equal to new int of what is the size? X dot
Length.
Okay na? ఇప్పుడు Y array మన నెంబర్ చెప్పాలి కదమ్మా. How do you declare array? ఇప్పుడు int of 5 అంటే ఇప్పుడు now what is the Y array size?
5.
డిక్లేర్ చేస్తాము. int array equal to new int y of equal to new int of 5 అంటే ఇప్పుడు y array size is 5.
5.
I can't say 5 or 6 or 3 na కాదు. This must be the same size of X array. So instead of 5, can you put X dot length? X dot length will give the size of X array, right? So let it be that. Now Y array is declared, but any values in that? No, all are empty, right? Now, initially like this, S is an empty, S2 is an empty array, sorry, empty string. S2 is empty string. Like that, Y array is a empty array. Now, I have declared count is over. Now here, inside this, ikkada string out I can use contains function. Array I cannot use contains, right? So what I have to do is, here I have to compare X of I is initially how much? Initially X of I how much? Initially what is I? 0. X of I is initially
0.
0 kadamma. I is 0. X of I is how much initially?
3.
3 kadamma. Initially I is 0. X of I is 3, right? Initially
3.
Can we check 3 is there in the Y array or not? అదే కదా లాజిక్ ఇక్కడ. We are taking one P. We are checking P is there in the S2 or not, right?
Yes.
If it is not there, we are counting. If it is there, oh, don't count it. అదే కదా లాజిక్. Here also what I will do now. So how do you write? Because it is an array, I have to write a loop. Okay. So what I will do, for int, let me take k equal to 0. Yeah, k less than y dot length, right? Y array lo kadamma. Y dot length k plus. So I'm checking if x of I, if it is equal to k of no, y of k, right? Emma, if it matches, Emma, what is it? Y array lo, what is x of I initially? 3. I value is 0 only, but inside this loop, k should start from where? K is starting from 0 to
0.
Y array lo kadamma. Y array lo, in Y array, if 3 is available, anywhere, if it is available. So what I will do now here, I will do one thing. So let me take one more variable. Let us say, okay, something, found. I'll take found. Maybe initially, before the loop, I'll say found equal to 0. Integer kadamadi. Found is 0. ఒకవేళ ఉంటే, if it is there, can I say found equal to ఏదో నెంబర్ 1 పెడదామా? ఏదో ఒకటి మా. Okay. If it is available, what is the found will become? Plus కాదమ్మా, నేను 1 చేశాను. ఓకే, లేదు మీరు ఇది కన్ఫ్యూజన్ అవుతారు అనుకుంటే ఏదో ఒక వేరియబుల్ కొని ఐ విల్ పుట్ వాట్ యు కాల్ బూలియన్ ఫౌండ్ అట్లా పెట్టుకున్నాం పోనీ. సో ఇనిషియలీ ఫౌండ్ ఈస్ 0 కాదు, ఇప్పుడు ఫౌండ్ ఈజ్ ఫాల్స్,
False.
నాట్ ఫౌండ్. ఉంటే ఏం చేద్దాం, ఫౌండ్ ఈక్వల్ టు ట్రూ పెడదామా. ఇప్పుడు ఓకే, ఏదో ఒకటి అది 0, ఇఫ్ ఇట్ ఈస్ నాట్ దేర్ 0, ఇఫ్ ఇట్ ఈస్ దేర్ 1, if it is not there false, if it is there it is true, ఏదో ఒకటి yes or no. So if x of I is there in the y array, if x of I is there in the y array, I think you understood, right? Unte what will become
True.
right? If it is there, do you want to count it? No. If it is not found, and found is false, I think do it, right? So what I will write here, if found equal to false అయితే you do this counting process. That's all, right? ఇప్పుడు ఏమైతుందమ్మా, what is that will happen? So first what it will take 3, right? Now we are checking 3 in the y array. Is it there? No. And now this if condition is never satisfied. Found is still false. అంటే ఇప్పుడు ఫౌండ్ ఫాల్స్ ఏనా. ఇక్కడ ఏం చేసామా, ఇఫ్ ఇట్ ఈస్ నాట్ కంటైన్, we are storing that character into s2, right? Similar way here also we have to store that 3 in the y array. ఇప్పుడు y of I equal to x of I, అంతే కదా. what is x of I? 3 I am storing into y of 0. y of 0 lo I am storing 3. Then now this logic, you know, right? Count is 1, starting from I plus 1 to same logic. Now what is that? 3 compared with 4, 3 compared with 8, 3 compared with all that. 3 is repeated for how many times? Now y array lo emandma, y array has 3, right?
3.
Next time mali I is starting from where? 4. Now again found is initially again mala found emaindma false. Okay, now what happens here? We are checking 4 in the y array. Is it found anywhere?
No.
Found false hai kada. Now that 4 is also stored in the y array. Now counting how many times 4 is there. No. Next time again it will take 8. Now again we are making found is false. 8 we are checking in the y array. Not there. So false. 8 we are storing and counting how many times. Next time again 3. Now we checking 3 is there in the y array. Yes. And found is true. I said found false అయితే you do this. True అయితే don't do this. Yes sir. So like that. Now this is eliminated now. Next it will take 9. 9 is checking in the y array. So count how many times 9 is there. 9 is also stored. Like that it will do. Understood, right? Ikkada string array, how I have taken logic, same thing y array logic I am taking. Here one empty string I have taken. Here one empty y array I have taken. Okay. Here string has a contains function. Array I cannot check contains. I have to compare each value. So I have to write a loop statement. Initially found is false. If the value is available, found is true. Oh, if it is not found, do this process. If it is found, don't do it. Like this. So now when you run this program, yeah, so 3 is repeated for 4 times, 4 for 3 times, 8 for 2 times, 9 for 2 times, 2 is for 1 time. Done, right? Yeah, logic. And then if you compare it, oh, this is a string, this is array. So I have taken one empty string, so you have taken empty array. Like that, if you understand the logic, same comparison. Yeah, okay, ma? Yeah, okay. So that's what I said. So how to, yeah. So here any program we have to write, we need to analyze the logic. If you learn programs and we need to analyze the logic. Okay. Yeah, is this okay, all of you? Hello.
Okay, sir.
Okay. Next programs, that's what next concepts I said, you need to understand what is the meaning of all this. So there is no logic building. Okay. Yeah. Okay, any more questions before continuing? Emma, before continuing, any more questions? Okay, let me continue then. So the next topic, what we have to understand is, the first thing we need to learn is class and object. So maybe let us learn these two concepts today. What is class and object? Yeah, I think we will learn only these two concepts today. Class, object. And you know already what does a class has? No.
Methods.
Methods, right?
Methods.
So we will see. Yeah. So today what we are going to learn is, today we will learn how to create our own class. So we'll say how to create. What are the built-in classes in Java? కొన్ని existing classes ఉన్నాయి కదా మా జావాలో. There are few existing classes, right? There are existing classes in Java, right? What are the classes we have seen? String, path, system. ఇవన్నీ కొన్ని existing classes కదమ్మా. Yes sir. Yeah, like that. We will see how to. These are all existing classes, but today we want to learn how to create our own class. And what does the class has? Class has methods. Like example, a string class has methods. What are the methods? Length, caret, substring. Many methods say kadama. To uppercase, sir. These are all existing methods in a string class, right? What we want to learn is, we want to learn how to create our own class, create our own methods, right? Methods. So then create object. We need to learn. These are all what we want to learn today. So how Java has existing classes and class has methods. We want to see that how to create our own class, our own methods, how to create object. What is the purpose of object? These things we should understand. Okay, right? Okay. Now, what does the class has actually? Class has
Methods.
Awesome. Class has
Methods.
But remember, apart from methods, class also has properties. Class also has properties. Remember, now class has చెప్పండి. Class has
Property.
ఇంకా ఏదో చెప్పాను కదా ఇప్పుడే. Apart from that, class also has online participants, please respond. What does the class has?
Methods. Properties.
ఇప్పుడే అన్నారు, class has properties as well as
Methods.
This is what a class is. And properties and what is the meaning of property? Now remember, this notepad software is there, right? This notepad software itself is created as a class. Actually the class, this notepad is a
Class.
Even if paint brush, the paint itself is a class actually. Oh sorry, it's notepad, right? Internally when they developed this software, this is developed by Microsoft, right? So internally when they developed this notepad software, this itself is created as a class. Class. These are properties, and properties are nothing but actually variables to tell what is the height of this notepad. Height should have some value, right?
Yes.
Width should have some value. Title should have some value. Background color should have some value. Font should have some value. These are all properties.
Properties.
Height equal to some value, width equal to some value, x coordinate equal to some value, y coordinate equal to some value, background color equal to some value, title equal to some value. These are all properties.
Properties.
Methods. Minimize is a method. Maximize is a method. Close is a method. When method say when you click on minimize, it will minimize, right? Some logic should be written internally to minimize the notepad. To maximize the notepad, they should have written some method, right? To close the notepad, they should have written some logic, right? Method. Open is a method, it will open a file. Close is a method to close the file. Right? Save is a method, some logic is written to save a file. Move, to move the notepad, there is a method written. Sir, to resize, when I resize this, size x and y, height and width I am changing, right? Resize is a method. Sir. So these are all, methods inside the notepad class. Like that, anything which is any softwares also in real time. Remember, in real time, any application developed, it should be created as a class. Okay, the Java and C++ and Microsoft technology, VC++, right? C# .NET code, anything, any program is we write a class. In real world, anything what we write is a class. So now what does a class has? So properties and methods. So properties will tell nothing but properties are nothing but use it to identify. Okay, whereas methods are nothing but behavior, right? Okay, properties are used to some identify something. Okay, methods are nothing but behavior. Okay, nothing but I take for example a class called class notepad. If I take a class notepad, so what are the properties it has? Let's say height is what value we are storing. Height equal to 30 a value, string or integer value. Int. So height must be integer data type. So int height, width, x coordinate, y coordinate also integer data type.
Yes.
Title is what data type? String, right? The alphabet say the title. So what is a string? Title, comma background color. Yeah, like that. If these are properties, what are the methods?
Methods behavior.
Wide minimize is a method, and they should have written some logic, right? How to minimize the notepad. They should have written a logic, right, to minimize the notepad. Like that, I will write method names. But maximize is a method. Okay, resize is a method. Yeah, what else? Close is a method.
Close.
Like that, open is a method. Yes or not? Move is a method. Oh, like that, if you take, these are all methods, right? Oh, on time, but just for our understanding purpose. So what are these things now? Yeah, the class notepad, if you take. So what are these things? Height, width, color, these are all what do you call?
Property.
These are called as properties. These are called as properties or then variables. Variables are actual word. Variables are, we also call them as class members. Also call them as class members. Terminology meaning is same. But whereas these are class methods. These are called as class methods or simply methods. Or methods are no, okay, no problem. Okay, so now these are the what you call variables and these are the methods. That's what a class has, variables and methods. Okay, so hope you understand, all of you, what does the class has. These are the properties and these are the methods. So inside a notepad, these are all so many methods: minimize, maximize, resize, close, open. So many methods are written. We can create such type of classes, methods. Using Java, we can create it. So using Java, we create a class like notepad change. So there are so many built-in existing classes in Java, right? So in Java, I'm using one class called, in Java, what is a class? I've used one class called a string. String class has a length method, right? Like that, Java has so many built-in classes. But if I want to create one window, if I want, window actually, notepad is a window. This has a menu bar, right? Yes or not? There is a class called menu. There is a class called menu. There is a class called submenu. అంటే దీంట్లో ఈ సబ్ మెనూసే కదా ఇవన్నీ. I create one submenu called ఏదో SUB1 అనుకుంటే SUB1 I will add to this menu. I will add one more submenu. అంటే ఇప్పుడు ఇక్కడ how many submenus are there? 1, 2, 3 submenus are added to this menu. అది లాజిక్ యాక్చువల్. This is menu. For this menu 3 submenus are added. This is SUB1, SUB2, SUB3 like. This is a menu. Now what is this? Is a window. మరి ఇవన్నీ ఎక్కడ ఉన్నాయి? Where are these classes? These classes are all available in the Java JDK. Okay. Bro, even when we write programming, when developers write programs, when they develop some application, front end and back end. Front end and back end. The front end, when we enter some registration details, all this data should go to database, right? And internally Java, there should be some existing classes to establish a connection to database. To connect to the database, there should be some existing classes in Java, right? They are there. Understand? In Java JDK, there are classes to connect to database. In Java, there are classes to develop a window. In Java, inside a window, I need one button, one OK button, cancel button like that. There is a classes. Okay, I want to develop a drop-down list box. There is a class in Java. I want to develop network programming. Sir, in my computer, if I say hi, I have to send a message to one of my colleague in the office in my network computer. Yes, sir. When I send a hi, the hi message should go to one of my friend, right? In the office, right? We do chatting, right? Messaging, ma.
Yes, sir.
Hello. Yeah, there are classes for that. We can develop such applications using Java. Messaging applications, right? So within the network, we want to chatting, we want to do that. Yeah, we can develop such applications in Java. Understand? There are so many hundreds of existing classes in Java. Understand?
Yes,
So only thing is that if you know, okay, if you know what is class, if you know what is class, if you know what is method, once you learn these concepts, then Java development learning is dead easy. Meeku programming ante sir edo you think lot of so many things anukuntaru gani programming is very dead easy. Only thing is that first you should know the concept teliste, then if you know what are the existing classes in Java, existing methods in Java, you have to use them and develop the program, right? Yes or not? You no need to learn, sir, how to create a button. You don't create a OK button, cancel button. You should know, what is the already existing class in Java? What are the existing methods in that? How to use them? That's all, right?
yes,
Sir, right? LLB, if you learn a law, if you want to become an advocate or something, what you should learn? You should learn all the different sections. What section is applicable? What are the different codes? You should understand, or you should learn all these things, right? Yes or not? Apart from that, some rules or regulations or ethics or the process or yes or not? The Indian government law procedure, all that you should learn. Once you learn all these things, if you know the sections, you can simply tell, right? If a person did some crime, okay, what punishment should be given as per this particular section? What is a punishment? Yes or not? So only thing is that you should remember what are the sections. If you don't remember, turn the pages, right? Take a book and turn the pages. Sometimes in movies also you see, right? When a person asks, don't remember, he will be revising books, right? Which section is there for this, under which category? Simple, right? But if you remember, he will be a senior advocate, right? Because regularly you are remembering the sections immediately. A junior person cannot remember, he will turn the books. Simple, right? Yeah. So if you know what are the existing classes, existing methods, how to use them, then you can do your own program. You can develop any type of applications, networking applications, web applications, any kind of applications you can develop. But are good Android mobile applications, if you want to develop, Android related classes, what are there in Java? Android string is a simple class. Like that, Android related some classes must be there, right? Some library in Java. So what is that library? What classes are there? How to use them? Okay, then if you know them, then you can do programming for develop apps on Android application. That's all right. Okay. Yeah. So let us understand first of all, what is a class? Class has variables and methods. Okay, like that. If I take a notepad is a class, notepad has a method called close, right? Yeah, please, ma. Yeah, we will get into those details later part. But now understand what is a class has. Come on, ma, please. Class
Method.
has
Variables and methods.
variables, properties, or methods are. Notepad has a close method, right?
Yes.
But if I want to close a notepad, I have to say notepad.close, right? But maybe str.length antunnam kada. str.length ma.
Yes.
Length is a method belong to the string, right? Like that, close is a method belongs to notepad, right? I have to say notepad.close, right?
Yes.
If I say notepad.minimize, if I say like this, so it will minimize, right? But this is a big confusion. So which notepad you have to close? Which notepad you have to minimize? Because I have two notepads open. I have opened how many notepads?
One.
How many notepads are there?
2 notepads.
Yeah, there are two notepads. If I say notepad.close and which notepad? Confusion, right? Rendu notepads say kada. Confusion. Okay, like that. Okay, like that. Let us explain with some more examples. But notepad.close or notepad.minimize is confusion, right? Which notepad? Because I have opened two notepads. Which notepad to close or minimize? Confusion.
Identification.
Okay, if I take for example, there is another class. Generally if I take another class, if I say for example phone is a class which has some properties and methods. Now if I say phone dot price equal to, if I say for example phone dot price equal to 50,000, if I say it's a variable kada, equal to
Yes.
50,000, and again this is a question mark. Sir, which phone price is 50,000? Which phone? Sir, so if I take a class called human being, human being is a class. Human being class also has properties and methods, right? As a human being, height, width, color, weight, right? So blood group, we have properties. Methods like talk. As a human being, methods. Behavior, talk, walk, eating, sleeping. When behavior methods, hello.
Yes.
But a human being dot, one person is walking. But if I say human being dot walking, if I say like this, now again a big question mark. Which human being is walking? Okay, so that means, so what are these things? Human being, what I'm saying, this human being, okay, this human being, or this notepad, or this phone, what are these things? These are all classes, right? These are all classes, right? Okay, what is close gani, minimize gani, walking and methods, right?
Methods.
But price is a variable, kada. I'm assigning some value for it. Okay, see the point is, if we directly access, so here I want to tell you, if we directly access, what is that? If we directly access the properties, methods using the class, so it is confusion. Yes or not? If we directly access the properties and methods using class, it is confusion. Here I said notepad.close means which notepad? Confusion. Phone.price 50,000 and which phone? Confusion. Human being.walking and which human being? Confusion. So if we directly access the properties and methods using the class, it is confusion. So that is why we need so we need, what do we need? So we need object. So we need object. So it's confusion. So we need object. So now what is an object? Object is an instance of a class. What is an object? Object is an instance of a class. So which is used to access the properties, comma, methods. Which is used to access the properties, comma, methods. Okay, object is an instance of a class. So why do we need an object, ma'am? Yeah, here we said, right? If you directly access using the class, it's confusion, right? Yeah. So if you access through object, it is meaningful and also no confusion. It is meaningful and no confusion. Okay, now how to create an object? How to create an object? All of you, we need to understand how to create an object. See, when I open a notepad, when I want to open another notepad, what I am trying to do? I am opening a new notepad, right? What did I do? New hai kada? So the English word what we are using is new, right? Yes. So new is the word used to create an object. New is the word used to create an object. Understood? New is used to create an object. So how to create an object? The syntax is always same. Syntax will never change. Syntax is always same. You have to write class name, some object name equal to new
class.
name of, like this. Bracket you have to open and close. So this is a syntax. How you have to create an object. Syntax to create object. This is Mardama. I told how to declare a variable. What is the syntax? Data type space variable name. That is the syntax. How to declare a variable? To declare a variable, how do you write? Data type space variable name. That's all. This syntax will never change. But if you want to declare an integer variable, we write in text, right? If you want to declare a string variable, data type is string, variable is str. Data type variable like that. But it is syntax like that. How to create object? Class name object equal to new class name. So what is that? Now tell me. Notepad is a class. Tell me. Notepad. Yedo object name. Give some name. Yedo n1 ankunna. Equal to
New notepad.
New notepad of like this. So if I say notepad, okay, like that. Together, for example, phone. New phone. For example, what is another one I said? Human being. There's some person named Ravi equal to now what is object? N1 is an object. Instead of saying phone dot price equal to 50,000. If what is object here? I said object is used to access the properties and methods. If I say Samsung dot price equal to 50,000 and meaningful instead of saying human being dot walking and Ravi dot walking and meaningful. Yes, sir. Now I created two notepads. That means internally, how many objects are created? Two objects. Two notepads are created using new notepad. Two objects are created. Assume that I don't know what is the names given internally. What is the developer logic they have written. But for our understanding, if this is N1 and if this is N2, if I click on close, N2 dot close, right? It is doing. And then notepad N2 dot close, N1 dot minimize, and it will understand, right? So meaningful like that. So if you are accessing methods through object is meaningful or directly through class is meaningful? Object.
Yeah.
So that is why we need an object. Okay. So now if it is a class, for a class, how do we create object? Emma, syntax is understood, right? How the class is created, how the object is created. Now using object, we can access the variables and methods. Using which we can access the properties and methods, right? Okay. Now let us we create our own class. One small example, we will create our own class. Let me create one class name as our own class name is calculations. My class name is calculations. Same main method. Okay, otherwise, okay, let it be there. Calculations is the class name. Now inside a class, what as I said, calculations has class has variables and methods, right? Okay, what calculation I will do here? Some addition, multiplication, division. So if I want to do addition, subtraction, multiplication, division, something like that, at least minimum 2 variables are needed, right? Now can I declare 2 variables? Int x comma y. These are the 2 variables in the class. No. Now see, try to understand. All the previous programs till yesterday, whatever code I'm writing everything in the main method, right? See, whatever you are writing, all the code you are writing in main method.
Yes, sir.
ఏమ్మా మనం ప్రతి ఒక్కటి మెయిన్ లో రాస్తున్నాం కదమ్మా.
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Now today, first time we are writing outside main method. Yeah, these variables I declared in the class. Main lo kaakunda, instead of main, we are writing in the class. Okay, now let me write one more method. Public void add. Now what is add is a method. Inside the add method, can I display what you call x plus y? Public void multiply. Can I display what is x into y? Now this class has how many variables and methods? These are the 2 variables are
Properties.
whatever you call. Now these are the methods, right? Add is a method, multiply is a method, right? Okay, na? Add is a method, multiply is a understood, ma? Right. So like this we are going to do that. Now to access these variables and methods, what do we need? To access the variables and methods, we need an
Object.
Object. How to create an object? Class name, some object
name.
Class name, right? Cheppandi ade syntax e kada. What is the class name here?
Calculations.
Calculations is the class name. Idu cheppandi, calculations. Calculations. C equal to
New
calculation.
new
calculation.
class name cheppalima.
Calculation.
Class
Calculation.
name object equal to new class name kada. Calculations. Yeah, I said you have to open a bracket like this, right? There is my syntax. Class name, object name equal to new class name. Sir, na? This syntax hai kada. Calculations, C equal to new calculations. Okay, na? Now what do you write? C dot.
Add.
C dot. What do you access?
Add.
C dot. X. I can access the X value and assign some value. Yeah, let's say 10. Yeah, C dot. I can see. You can access the Y, right? C dot Y equal to give some number. Yeah. C dot. Add method I can call. So now what did we do here now? Create object for the class. Now using object. access the variables from a methods, right? So now when you run this program, what is the add method should display? 10 plus 5, 15, right? Yeah, it has displayed the value 15. The 10 plus 5. I gave x value is 10, y value is 5. Now we are trying to display inside the add method x plus 5 is how much? 10 plus 5, 15, right?
సాయంత్రం
Okay. Nothing.
ఇప్పుడు వాడు ఏం
So what did we do here? Now, say if you take the existing class like string, yeah, let me compare it for your understanding.
అవును నాన్న.
Yeah, if you take the existing class, compare it. If you take an existing class called a string class, what are the methods are there? Length is the method. String class caret is a method. Any methods say kada. So what did we do? String str equal to new string. Change like this. Now this syntax has a class name. Object equal to new class name. Str is an object. Using object, you can call the methods, right? Now using C, I'm calling my own method. No, string is an existing class, right? Which has existing methods. Like that, my class has add and multiply methods. I create object for my own class and I'm calling my own methods. You understood, right? So I created like this. If how a string class has these methods, I created my own class with this method. I created object for my own class and I'm calling these variables and methods. Okay, right?
Okay.
Is it understood, all of you?
Yes.
Hello.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, it's okay, Ma. How did we create our own class and our own variables and methods, right? Okay, now.
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Okay. Sorry. This is okay, Ma. How to create variables, methods, how to create object and call the methods. Okay. Now tell me, Ma. What did we do finally here? What did we do finally here?
Calculation.
We taken two variables. We are displaying the addition of two numbers, right?
Yes.
Is it not doing the same? What is that? I have taken two variables. I'm saying, x is 10, y is 5, display the x plus. Easy, right? Easy, and it's very simple. Yeah, now this is very simple, all of you.
Yes, sir.
But to do, instead of doing like this, why did I make so complicated? Is output same kada? Yeah, what is output it is displaying? 10 plus 5 add is displaying 15, right? Right, this is also doing same thing. Instead of like this, instead of doing this, if you simply declare, here in x comma y, x equal to 10, y equal to 5, system dot out dot println x plus y is also doing the same, right? You are able to do it. Plus, it's very easy, no confusion. Yes, sir. Then why we made so complicated? Variables, class, method, object. Correct. What is the reason why we should write like this? నేను అడిగే పాయింట్ ఏంటంటే ఇప్పుడు ఇంతకుముందు ఇలా సింపుల్ గా డైరెక్ట్ గా మెయిన్ లో రాసేస్తే ఈజీ కదా. దానికి ఇంత కాంప్లికేట్ చేయడం ఎందుకు? ఒక క్లాసు, దానికి అంత హంగామా చేసి ఒక మెథడ్, మళ్ళీ ఒక ఆబ్జెక్ట్ అన్ని చేయడం ఎందుకు అంటున్నాను. కోడ్ అంతా డైరెక్ట్ మెయిన్ లో రాసేసుకోవచ్చు కదా. మన ఓన్ క్లాస్ అని పక్కన పెడతాం. అది నేను దాని గురించి అడగట్లే. ఐఎమ్ నాట్ ఆస్కింగ్ అబౌట్ అవర్ ఓన్ క్లాస్. దీనికి ఇంత హంగామా ఎందుకు అంటున్నాను. ఇప్పుడు మీరు కోడ్ మెయిన్ లో రాసేస్తే, ఒక మెయిన్ లో కోడ్ రాసేస్తే అయిపోతుంది కదా. ఏమో ఇఫ్ యూ రైట్ అ కోడ్ ఇన్ ద మెయిన్ ఇట్ ఈస్ ఎనఫ్, రైట్? వై వీఆర్ మేకింగ్ సో కాంప్లెక్స్? ఏదో క్లాస్, మెథడ్స్, ఆబ్జెక్ట్, వై వి మేడ్ న్యూ క్లాస్, సో మచ్ ఆఫ్ కన్ఫ్యూజన్. ఇప్పుడు ఇంతకుముందు లైక్ టిల్ ఎస్టర్డే యు ఆర్ ఏబుల్ టు రైట్ ఎ కోడ్ ఆల్ ఇన్ ద మెయిన్ మెథడ్. ఈజీగా ఉన్నింది. ఏదో నార్మల్ గా వేరియబుల్స్ కోడ్ రాస్తున్నాం, ఇఫ్ కండిషన్, లూప్, వీఆర్ రైటింగ్ లాజిక్. ఇప్పుడు దీన్ని ఏం చేసాం, కొంచెం కాంప్లికేట్ చేయాలి. ఒక క్లాస్ అన్నాము, మెథడ్స్ అన్నాము, ఆబ్జెక్ట్ చేయాలి. అది అడుగుతున్నా, వై వీఆర్ డూయింగ్ లైక్. Am I any online participants? Do you understand what I'm asking?
Yes, sir.
So if you write all the code in the main, that is easy, right?
Yes.
Okay, you write, declare variables in the main method, write if condition, write a loop statement, all the code. But why are we writing a class, methods like this? Okay, so remember, in real world examples and real world programming, always we have to write as a class methods like this one. All right, you take any programming, right? We have to write a classes only. We are never supposed to directly write a code in main method. Am I in real world? So what I am saying, any programming we have to create.
Class.
Yeah, any real programming we have to create class,
Methods.
methods, etc. Right? So never should write code in main method. Why? Why like this? Because, okay, let us take, let us take a real example. Notepad is there. I assume that, let me explain some real examples. This notepad is there. If they have not created separate methods, assume that if there is no separate methods, all code is written in main method. If all this code is written in main method, and then how they should have created that class? How does it looks like? So if all the code is written in main, how does the code looks like? Class, notepad. Now there is a main method, right? Public static void main. Now what is the code they should have written all in main method? They should have written all the code in main, right? Now what is the code written they should have written for notepad? Assume that this is a code to minimize, right? Minimize cheyadam code undali kadamma. But to minimize the notepad there should be a code, right?
Yes.
This is a code for maximize. This is a code for resize. This is a code for move. Like that, this is a code for open. Suppose all the code is written in the main method. Where did we write all the code?
Main method.
Main
right?
method.
Okay, normally if you write a code in main method, say you have written 5 lines of code, 10 lines of code, 100 lines of code. If you run the program, all the code in the main will run, right? Will it? Can I have a control? Emma, listen, please carefully. Can I have a control I want to run only this code, or I want to run only from line number 19 to 22. Do you have a control on this?
No.
No, when you run all the code starting from first line, it will execute all the code in the main, right? So if it is like this, that means the moment I open the notepad, it will execute everything in the main, right? And it will automatically minimize, it will automatically maximize, either some resize outundi, some move outundi, open outundi, close outundi, ade jarigipod. It is happening automatically, everything. So what will you do? Will you simply watching the screen? Is it expected? Emma, is this what you expect?
No.
No, right? Emma, others also you are understanding, Sandhya, Madhusmita. Hello.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, if all the code is written in main, what happens?
From first line to last close will run.
Yeah, idantha automatically everything will execute.
Yes.
That means if I open if notepad is automatically minimizing, automatically maximizing, opening, closing, all it is happening, what will you do? You can't do anything, right?
Yes.
So that is not what we expect. So notepad should be open. Whenever I click and minimize, then only it should minimize. Otherwise, it should be like this only. If I click on minimize only, it should minimize, right? If I click on maximize only, it should maximize. If I click on save only, it should save it. Yes or not? Should I click on open only, it should open another file. Right? Without my notice, it is opening some file automatically. What will I do? I'd say there is a bug in the software. Why it is happening automatically? Yes or not? Without you doing anything on the mouse, it is doing automatically something means you look sideways. Is there any other thing in my? Yes or not? Yes or not, right?
Yes.
Yeah. So without your presence, something is happening on the screen means you will look for some other Kanchana 3 or 4 is there beside you someone, right? Right. It should not happen automatically. Yes or not? So anything should happen only when I click on minimize, it should minimize, maximize, it should happen. When I do that, it should not happen automatically. That's why this is a wrong way of coding, right? So what they should have done? Ranger real time, what they should have done? Yeah, they should have written separate method, right? Public void, minimize. Yeah, then they should have written separate method, right? Public void, maximize. And like that, they should have written separate methods, right?
Yes.
Yes or not? Like that, they should have written separate methods, right? So when you write a separate methods, what will happen? So when you have a separate methods, what will happen? Yeah, so method will execute only when we call. So what is the advantage? Method will execute only when we call. Yeah, method will execute only when we call. Yeah, okay, na? Method will execute only when we call. Next. So method we can call, same method we can call. Multiple. Nothing but reuse, right? Yeah, same method we can call multiple times. Nothing but we can reuse it. So like that. Now minimize only. I minimized it. I'm doing something. Again, I opened the paint brush. Okay, I did something. Again, I minimized it. So I minimized it. I was doing something. I opened it. After something, again, I'm minimizing it. So same method you are calling multiple times, right? Yes, sir. So like that, reusability also is. So these are all reasons why we create methods. Okay. So reuse the same method, right? Multiple times we can call. Plus, if you want same method in another class, If you want same method in another class, so same method you can call in another class also. Not only in this class. This method can be called in all of you. This method can be called in
Other class.
Classes.
yeah. Method can be called in
Other class.
reused in can be reused in another class, ma.
Other class.
Yeah. So see, yeah, this paintbrush, this notepad, these are all softwares developed by who developed this software, ma? Microsoft.
Microsoft.
Okay, notepad also has minimize. Paintbrush also has minimize. Do you think that they have written minimize method twice?
No, only once
No,
they have written, but you are
Same
there.
method they are using in the notepad and same method they are using in the for the paintbrush
Paint.
class also.
Yes.
Like that. But maximize, close, open, save, font, increasing the font size. Font I can select it and I can edit. Font I can increase, right? If I choose some font to make it as some 10 or 12, there is some logic, right? Font, style, size I can increase, right? Yes or not? So same logic is there in the font here also, right? What will happen? The selected text font will change to some number what we selected. That logic is same in Notepad and same in Paintbrush also. So same logic they have used in both the applications. That's what. So we can reuse this method in
Another class.
ఆబ్జెక్ట్ ఉండొచ్చు మెథడ్ ని అక్కడ రీయూజ్ చేసుకోవచ్చు అవి నేర్చుకున్నాం we will learn in Java in further classes how to reuse same method in other class also మనం నేర్చుకోవాలి we have to learn like okay so we can reuse it in another class okay right so this is all what is advantage of writing methods ఇప్పుడు మీరు చెప్పండి in real world are we going to write all the code in main is correct no so what is the correct way of doing ఇప్పుడు చెప్పండి ఇది is it right way of doing all the code in main like this is correct no so correct way is writing separate methods okay one method for add one method for multiply okay right ఇప్పుడు మీరు కూడా what you should have done is in this ఏదో example రాస్తాను okay what is this instead of writing all code in main what I should have done is in the same array program I should have written one method for this is what is this method public void what is this this is for
Addition.
దాని ఏదైనా పేరు పెడతాను అరే total right ఏదో పేరు అంటే this logic I should have written here పోనీ దీన్ని అరే సమ్మని పెడదామా this logic I should have written here what is another method this is for this will display even and odd numbers now what is another one sum of even odd right what is another program read only okay now so maybe like this if what you should have done is you should have declared written multiple methods in the same class oh in this class this will do the sum of all numbers this will display only even odd this will get the sum of even and odd this will get only digits in a given string but if you see I declared Yeah, I declared an array here. Same array is used in all the methods, right? I'm using in all the methods, right?
Yeah.
Why to declare again here, again here, again here, again here? Instead of that, what I would have done? I should have declared that one time in the class, right? ఒకసారి క్లాస్ లో డిక్లేర్ చేస్తే then I can use in all the methods, right?
Methods.
In the same array I can use in all the methods. Now no need to declare again here. Yeah, no need to declare again here. Okay, Gamma. Yeah, this array also if you declare one time in the, if you think that same array is used in multiple times, if you declare, okay, this is S array, right? String array. Maybe here S array, right? You are taking all each value in the S. That's okay. Now this is fine. But how to call these methods one by one? You have to create object for this class. How to create object for the class? What is the class name? Array underscore sum,
Array.
right? Okay. Like this is not a sum always. Let me give some other meaningful name, right? What is the meaningful name I can give? Array. Array something.
Operation.
Array. Say the something. Now program, now class name I change. Program name also have to change, right? So after changing, no, do one thing. Whenever you already created a class, now you try to change the name of the class. You can change it, no problem. But program name also you have to change it. So after changing the class name, you place a cursor on it. You are getting rename, right? Rename the file to array operations also. Okay, right? So Japan, how do you create an object? Array
Operation.
operations. AO.
AO.
That is object equal to
New
new
array operations.
new array operations. So the AO dot. Which one you want? You want array sum? AO dot. What do you need?
From
Even odd? AO dot. Sum of even odd. This is one method, right? AO dot. What is the method? Read only digits. If you run, you will get all the outputs, right? Now they are printing which detailed, right? Sum of all the values in array. Meaningful. Sum of all the values in the sum. What is this one? Is even is sum of even numbers, sum of odd numbers. What is this you are going displaying? Yeah. So read only. This is each string, right? Okay, kada. Run this program. So sum of all values in the array is 47. 5 is even all the things. Sum of even numbers 30. Sum of odd numbers is 17. Mala total of 47. So read only digits in each string. Okay. But say when you write a separate methods, you can call only which method you wanted, right? So how to call a method? Just by creating object for a class, we can call the methods. So I created object for which class? Array operations, right? So using this object, we can call only methods of array operations. Using AO, we can access methods of which class?
Array operations.
Array operations. If you create object for calculations. Using C, we can access methods of calculation class. Right? For a string, if you create an object string str, using str, we can access methods of string class only, right? Yes, sir. So using object, we can access methods of that class. Okay. Right. So is this okay, ma? Now today, what did you understand? How to create our own class? But as I told you in real time, which is correct way, ma? Yeah, by seeing this example, we should have understood, right? Writing all the code in main is not correct. We should write separate methods. So what is the advantage of writing separate methods? So methods can be reused in another class also. We can call same method multiple times. Plus easy to understand also, right? Easy to understand, easy for right for us to see the code also. It's easy, right? You tell this code is for minimizing the notepad. But you have separate methods. You can also tell, right? Oh, this method is to calculate the sum of all the values in the array. Oh, this program is only to tell each value is even or odd. This code is for to get the sum of all even numbers and sum of all odd numbers. Separate block means easy to understand also, right? Like this. So how to call the variables and methods? By creating objects, we can call the methods. If I don't want to call one method, no problem, don't call it. Now only these three methods are called. They compulsory gaadu kada. You call only the methods which you wanted. It will call that method, right? But the call avaledu kada. Read only digits in each string is not called, right? Okay. No, sir, I want to call only the first one. Maybe these two you can comment them, right? Maybe you want to call later, but now you don't want to call them. Now when you run, only the first method is called, right? Sum of all the numbers. You can call only method which you wanted. Okay, right? Yeah. Okay, Rama, what we wanted to discuss today. So what is a class and object, you understood? So what is a class? Class has variables and properties and methods. To access the properties and methods, we need an object. So object is an instance of a class. What did I said? Object is an instance of a class used to access the properties and methods. This is how we can access, right? Class name, object equal to new class name. A syntax you don't forget. Class name, object equal to new class name. Using object, we can access the methods. Okay, right? Okay. So please go through these concepts today. Today, I don't want to give any assignments. Just only revise this concept. First, what is class? What is object? Okay. Maybe small examples. Because first time you are writing like this, right? The last 1 week నుంచి రాసిన కోడ్ అంతా మెయిన్ లో రాస్తున్నారు కదా. టుడే అది కొంచెం కన్ఫ్యూజన్ ఉంటుంది. అది మెయిన్ లో రాయాలా బయట రాయాలా కొంచెం ప్రాక్టీస్ చేయండి. టుడే టేక్ సమ్ సింపుల్ ప్రోగ్రామ్స్, రైట్? యు గో టు జావా టీ పాయింటర్, జావా ట్యుటోరియల్స్, లాట్ ఆఫ్ వెబ్సైట్స్ ఆర్ దేర్. జస్ట్ ఏదో రాస్తారు కదా క్లాస్, ఏదో ఎగ్జాంపుల్స్ ఉంటాయి అక్కడ. యు గో టు ద వెబ్సైట్స్, ద క్లాస్ డాగ్ అను, డాగ్ క్లాస్ హ్యాస్ ఏదో కలర్ బ్రీడ్, ఏదో డాగ్ మెథడ్ ఏముంటుంది బార్కింగ్, రైట్? ఏదో సమ్ మెథడ్స్ క్రియేట్ ఆబ్జెక్ట్ ఫర్ డాగ్. ఓకే, డాగ్ డాట్ కలర్ ఈక్వల్ టు ఏదో సమ్ కలర్ brown, dog got barking, methods. Class is there, it has some properties, methods we are creating. I don't know, 2-3 examples to practice. Small examples. Small examples. Class, what is a bicycle? Bicycle has properties and methods. Create object for bicycle. Like small examples. Just to understand first how to create a class, methods, how to create object and all that. Tomorrow I will give some more examples, then assignments will start. Okay. Okay, all of you.
Sir, you told some websites to Java tutorial, and what is the other one, sir?
Oh, there are many websites. Just what I got some names I told you. So many websites. Java for beginners. Java T point.
Java
T point, right?
T point. Okay.
Java Though so many websites. But learn for today only, create class methods, then create object, all the methods, right? ఇది ప్రాక్టీస్ చేయండి టుడే.
Okay.
ఓకేనా? సో ఎనీ మోర్ క్వశ్చన్స్? Yeah, so let me know if any questions, okay? Or else we'll continue tomorrow. Okay, no?
Okay.
Okay, ma, thank you. We'll continue tomorrow.
Thank you. Hello.
Hello. Hello.
Yeah, yes, ma.
Sir,
చూడండి
another
కదా,
doubt.
ఇది చూడండి మీరు ఏం రాశారు. అరే ఫై ఈజ్ లేదు, ఎల్స్ అయితే అరే ఫై ఈజ్ హార్డ్, అంతే కదా. మీరేం రాశారు చూడండి, ఇదే లాజిక్. లేదా మీరు ఫర్ ఈచ్ లూప్ రాస్తుంటే ఫర్ ఇంట్ ఏదో ఫర్ ఎగ్జాంపుల్ ఎక్స్ కోలన్ ఏఆర్ఆర్ అని ఉంటే ఎక్స్ పర్సెంటేజ్ టు ఈక్వల్ టు ఇస్తే అది కరెక్ట్. డబుల్ ఈక్వల్ టు పెట్టారా లేదా చూడండి. ఇక్కడ పర్సెంటేజ్ టు ఈక్వల్ టు జీరో, రిమైండర్ జీరో అయితేనే ఈవెన్, లేకుంటే ఆడు కదా. అదే మిస్ చేశారో చూడండి ఒకసారి. ఓన్లీ పర్సెంటేజ్ చెప్తే కాదు కదా, పర్సెంటేజ్ రిమైండర్ ఇఫ్ ఇట్ ఈస్ ఈక్వల్ టు జీరో అయితే దెన్ ఇట్ ఈస్ ఈవెన్ నెంబర్, ఎల్స్ ఆడ్ నెంబర్. ఏదైనా అంతే కదా. ఇప్పుడు ఈవెన్ ఆర్ ఆడ్ నెంబర్ అంటే ఎలా చెప్తాం? వెదర్ గివెన్ నెంబర్ ఈస్ ఈవెన్ ఆర్ ఆడ్, ఈ ప్రోగ్రామ్ ఉంది. n percentage to equal to 0 అయితే ఈవెన్ నెంబర్, ఎల్స్ మీరు సెమీ కోలన్ పెట్టుంటారు పొరపాటు చూడండి. స్క్రీన్ షాట్ పెట్టండి.
Hello, sir.
టెల్ మా.
సార్ ఇప్పుడు జావాలో ఇన్పుట్ నుంచి తీసుకోవడానికి స్కానర్ అది ఉండేది కదా సార్, ఇన్పుట్ నుంచి తీసుకోవడానికి దీనికి సెలీనియంకి అవసరం లేదా సార్?
చెప్తాం
ఓకే
చెప్తాం. ఇప్పుడే కదా నేర్చుకున్నారు క్లాస్ అనేది.
అది మామూలుగా నా డౌట్ ఏంటంటే అది అట్లా ఉండి నాకు ప్రాక్టీస్ చేయడానికి దాంట్లో
కానీ మనకి ఇంతవరకు క్లాస్ అంటే ఆబ్జెక్ట్ అంటే తెలియదు కదా సమీర్.
అవును సార్,
ఇప్పుడే కదా తెలిసింది క్లాస్ ఆబ్జెక్ట్ అవి.
మామూలుగా అది హ్యాకర్ ర్యాంక్ అట్లాంటి దాంట్లో ఇన్పుట్
ఇప్పుడే కదా తెలిసింది మీకు క్లాస్ ఆబ్జెక్ట్ అంటే.
అదే సార్,
రేపు చెప్తాను.
నా డౌట్ ఏంటంటే అది అట్లా యూజ్ చేసుకోవడానికి సెలీనియం కూడా అట్లానే యూజ్ చేయాలా లేదా అని నా డౌట్ సార్.
లేదు, ఎట్లయినా చేసుకోవచ్చు, రేపు చెప్తాను అంటున్నా.
ఓకే సార్, థ్యాంక్ యూ.
రేపు చెప్తాను.
Hello.
Yes, ma'am.
Sir, I have one doubt. Means it is showing different outputs. So can I share?
Yes, ma'am. Share your screen. You should not declare array like this.
Okay.
You have to tell new int of 5. You have to tell some size. Otherwise, line number 7 itself, int arr equal to remove that new int. Remove that new int of. That square bracket also remove. After equal to square bracket also remove. Sital,
Okay.
remove the square bracket no, after equal to.
Yes.
The screen is not showing me anything. Did you
After
do it?
equal to they, it's not here, no?
Click somewhere.
I have removed, no?
No.
No.
Line number 7, there is a square bracket, right? After equal to. I don't know, screen is not refreshing or what? Save the program.
Hello?
Now that's okay. Int arr equal to, you declare an array.
Yes.
Some after the loop you need to print some, right? Otherwise, if you are printing in a loop also, every time it is printing. Line number 17, 17 is there, right? That you write after the loop.
Okay, so here
Then you
I
close
have
the
to close
bracket.
it.
Close the bracket there. Remove the bracket at line number 18.
Yes.
Actually, that you should keep it and remove the one at 18. Because if you see the alignment of program, right?
No.
Uh,
Yes.
Now run it.
Error exist. Okay, sir. It is showing. Every time I am showing error existing.
Obviously, and there is one program string max. There is an error, right? There is a program called string max. String max has an error, right?
Okay, yes. Yes. Okay, sir.
What is that error, string max?
Means do it now.
Yeah, after the if condition, you should display this 12th line inside
There
the
was some. I was doing it, so in between the test stops.
remove the bracket at line number 11. After 12, you put the bracket. After 12th line, close the bracket. Okay, character dot.
Yes.
Dot or comma there.
It's dot.
Remove the dot. Put dot again. What is this program you are trying to do? What is this program? Oh, this program was different, right? You are trying to display. What is this?
Yes, sir. How many times are
P for how many times, R for how many times. That is minimum repeated character,
Yes.
maximum repeated character. Further, there is no, this is not the if condition. We wrote one logic, right? Minimum equal to something, max equal to two variables we have taken. That logic you have to write. Remove the line 10, 11, delete the 10th line. Sheetal, are you there?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, delete 10th line. This 12th line also you can delete. So this logic is different. So I have sent the program right already to you. Now for this program, the logic already have shared, right? Can you see my screen? This is the logic,
Yes,
right?
sir.
For like this logic you need to write.
Okay, sir.
Remember, right? We have taken max 0, minimum is length. We are coming in opposite way, right? So
Yes,
what
sir.
is the maximum character? What is the minimum character? So like this loop, we have to check the same logic, right? If already character is counted, no need to count again. Today we said duplicator logic, right? Same thing.
Okay, sir. Yes, sir.
Yeah,
I will
like
do.
this you need, right? This program, string max min, this logic you have to use there.
Okay, sir. Yes, sir. Okay, sir. Thank you.
So anything else?
No.
Okay, Madan. Thank you. So we'll continue tomorrow.